Hey everybody, it is your favorite little hillbilly coming at you today. Today, in about 2 hours, I will take my 8th Mounjaro shot, and I'm here for all you trolls. If you got nothing better to do than pick on somebody, please pick on me, because I supervised murderers for 10 years, and you're not going to bother me. You might just learn some stuff. But I'd rather you bother me than other people that are going through this journey, because I don't want you to discourage someone else, and you're not going to discourage me. So here we are. Week 8. As you can see, I'm in breeches and boots today. Okay? I had to break out the side belts. And let me tell you something. These breeches are still too big. Okay? So I've got them hinched up as far as they'll go. And they're still too big. I'm starting to lose off my belly now. So, and a lot of this, as you see, is, there's my back fat, but a lot of this, as you see, is my breeches, because I'm starting to lose off my belly now. So, I'm going to lose my belly, but it's fall, so you walk into Yellow Jacket nest and everything else, so, and it's also baby copperhead season, so I'm wearing my boots out, and I'm trying to kind of get an idea of where the yellow jackets and stuff have built, because I need to do my physical therapy and walk every day, but not get stung every day. So I'm out doing my PT this morning, and the walking is getting easier. I'm not buying any more jeans or anything. These are old. Like last year I couldn't even fit in these, and now they're falling off of me. I'm not going to buy any more jeans. I've bought loose leggings and loose tunic tops until I get to where I can actually purchase real clothes again. But I'm just ecstatic that this is happening. That's it. And I have these little side belt things all the way up. So as soon as they bumped me up to 5, I really started seeing the weight come off. So it's happening, and I'm trying to do everything possible to help it occur in a healthy manner, and to make sure that I'm doing the majority of the work, not the medication. So I've bumped up my physical therapy, and had about 3 weeks of sciatica, horrible pain. But my flares are reduced. Now I still have days where I'm super slow and I don't feel good. And that's my RSD, my reflex sympathetic dystrophy, that is getting me. But overall, my energy levels are up, so I feel better. I was able to go with my husband to the Bandy Creek storytelling event yesterday. We only got to stay about 4.5 hours because of rain, but I was not hurting because the rain was coming in. I was stiff, and I was definitely gimpy yesterday, but I wasn't hurting like I normally do. So, all in all, bicep cut check. Well, you can't see it because of the... So, I'm getting back to where you can see the muscles move instead of just fat now. And this is definitely not flopping as much. I've always been able to bounce my boobs. So my muscles are this one is almost gone, because the left side of my body is the one that's kind of atrophied from the disorder. But I still have my traps. So I'm seeing more of my muscles, and I might be losing a little bit of muscle, but because the left side of my body is atrophied, I don't mind that, because I think it's going to balance me out a little bit. So it's not a big concern. Overall, I'm doing great. I was terrified of this medication. I was terrified. I don't mind giving myself shots. I was just terrified that the medication would amplify my reflex sympathetic dystrophy and make me worse. And when it worsens, it spreads to more organs. And I've already got my digestive tract and pancreas that's affected by it. So I was terrified. But I also knew that if I allowed my body to keep going the way it was going, I was not going to have a long life. And I've already got 1 grandbaby, and I've got twins on the way. My daughter is pregnant with twins, and she's due next April. And I've been on a health journey for about a year now. I lost about 40 pounds on my own, and then it stuck. So now it's moving again thanks to Mounjaro, and I'm not staring down diabetes and immobility. Now, there are some days if we go somewhere, I still have to take my rolly cart, and if I walk Walmart, I still have to come home and rest because my hip flexors are not as strong as they need to be. But overall, I mean, this has been great. My nurses and doctors are ecstatic. I still have bad days. When I have a flare now, instead of a 7 to 10 day event, it's a 3 to 5 day event. And I'm thinking that's going to keep shortening as I keep getting healthier. Everything's doing great. If you're scared of this medication, talk to your doctor. Talk to a lot of people that have taken it. I heard the good, the bad, and the horribly ugly before I started this and made my decision based on all the information. I suggest you do the same. But if you're looking for someone that's really taking it and really seeing results, that would be me. And y'all, I'm a big old hoss of a woman. I couldn't fit in these last year. I've got them cinched all the way up on the sides, and they're still too big. Mounjaro works, and I'm not having any side effects, and I'm drinking, I've got a Stanley dupe cup. I'm drinking like 4 to 5 of those a day of water. Liquid IV and Propel with electrolytes is really important when you're on this medication, but I am doing wonderful. And I would hope that if you want to share your journey, don't let the trolls deter you. Nasty people with nasty hearts are going to be everywhere. Seek out the good, and you're going to find good people, and we'll amplify the good. And I ask all the trolls, if you got to pick on somebody, pick on me, because it ain't going to bother me. I got some tough old skin. I know I'm a fat heifer. That's why I'm on the medicine. I mean, logical. I mean, 2 plus 2. And I get kind of tickled when the trolls come on, and they're like, "You're a fat, obese heifer." Well, no crap, Sherlock. That's why I'm on Mounjaro. I've had 5 leg surgeries. I used to be a powerlifting Amazon, and after I got attacked with an axe as a wilderness camp counselor and had to have 5 surgeries while I was also working for a decade as a parole officer after that, and then a counselor, yeah, I put on a lot of weight. I was on a lot of steroids and having a lot of surgeries, but I'm still proud of myself. I'm still proud of what I've accomplished in my life, and I still love myself, and I love myself and my body enough to say, you know something, I need to do some work. But it doesn't mean I don't love myself. I still love myself. And so if you don't love me, that's perfectly okay. But your hatred that you verbalize in nasty ways toward other people, it can do damage that you're not aware of. And so I wish the trolls would pick on me instead of anyone else. So if you're a troll, feel free to just let her rip in the comments. I'm sweating a little bit. It is not hot here today. It's got a nice wind, but the sun is blazing. But put your nastiness in the comments for me. Don't put it on somebody else, because somebody else may be going through something you don't understand, and I know I can take it. So, but here I am, y'all, week 8, still kicking, starting to go down. I was able to take my first day trip by myself, solo, in 6, almost 7 years. It was only like 45 minutes to an hour north to visit a friend overnight. Extremely proud of myself. So this stuff works. My doctors are following me super close. My nurses follow me super close. My physical therapist follow me super close. But it works. So don't be super scared of this stuff. It is a wonderful tool. And I'm probably not going to go above the 5 milligram because it's working so well for me, and I want to do the majority of the work. It's just enough of a boundary for my body to say, and I'm like, okay, good. I don't have food noise. For me, it was I ate at the wrong times of the day because my husband works a really odd shift at his factory. And I would not eat all day. I would get busy doing stuff and have my brain busy crafting or sewing or doing something that took my mind off of the pain of my legs and this disorder. And I would forget to eat. And then I would eat when he came home at night, which was the wrong time to eat. And so I was eating the wrong time. I was not spacing my calories out correctly, and it was having a very negative effect on my body. Now that I'm timing my meals, I'm eating correctly, and I'm watching my intake, and I'm making sure that I don't eat something that is going to counteract with my body, which I don't want to eat those in the future anyway. So now if I eat something horrible, my body will be like, no, you shouldn't eat that. In 3 hours, you're going to be sorry you ate that. That's teaching me that, oh, that's not good for my body. That hurts my body. So I won't be eating it in the future either. So it's really good training tool, and it's really good boundaries. But I'm doing a lot of the work on my own, a lot of PT, and I probably overdo it. which is why I've had some sciatica issues, but I know I've only got this medicine for a certain amount of time, and I want to do everything possible to get as much weight off me as possible, because this is my chance to get back to the old me. And I know I'll always have this sort of never be the true old me, but I want to be able to play with my grandbabies in the yard. I want to be able, if my daughter has a bad week, to drive down and see her and say, let me help out with the kids. These are things that, these are freedoms that you might take for granted. I want them back. I want them back. And so I'm fighting very, very hard. And now, instead of having maybe 2.5, 3 good hours a day, I have 7 or 8 if I'm home. Now, if I leave the house and stress my body, I'm still very, very, that's reduced greatly. But at home, I'm maintaining and doing things in my home that I wanted to do for 6 or 7 years, that I did not have the energy or the capability to do because of my immobility and weight and body issues. And now, with the help of physical therapy and all of this, I even wallpapered a little bit of my hallway. I'm starting to wallpaper my hallway in spurts. And I kind of redecorated, made a gallery wall of my grandbabies' pictures and my family's pictures. And it's just things that I just couldn't bring myself to get up to do because of the pain levels. I'm now beginning to do. Now, do my feet still hurt? Oh my God, yes. The swelling is greatly reduced. I don't have a lot of edema anymore. I do still have a lot of nerve pain, because that is the issue I have with my RSD, is a neuromuscular. It is a nerve disorder, basically. And it's like MS, but it's neurologically in your sympathetic and nervous system. You have a diseased nervous system, basically. Your nerves do not send the right signals. And so I just have to be very careful with myself. But oh my gosh, life is changing. It's changing. So don't be scared. Don't let the trolls deter you. Get out there and do what you need to do to be the best you possible. And love yourself enough to love yourself beyond ugly comments, beyond somebody else's nastiness, to overlook somebody else's a hostile dark heart. They're struggling with something themselves. Just let them get it out of their system. You go do you, be happy, and bring out the best in you. And as y'all can tell, look, I had y'all on again. I'm just changing. Maybe one day I'll put on some makeup so you can see what I look like. But looky here, people, I'm changing. I mean, up here I go way in now instead of out. My hips are still. But I have a saddle butt where I rode horses for many years. So I ain't never going to have a pretty butt. I got a saddle butt. But I can fit into clothes. I'm down like 2, almost 3 sizes. It's great. I put on something the other day and it literally fell off of me. It was a wonderful feeling. So, doing great. Week 8, here we go. Let's see where it takes us. Bye, guys. Love you all, even the trolls. Do you know how nice it is to see boots on my feet again? Do you? Do you? Now, listen, y'all. Even though I'm fat, I am bow-legged. 1, from all the knee surgeries. 2, I rode horses my whole entire life. Up until I was injured and had all those surgeries and couldn't, and gained all this weight. Now, I'll never be back on a horse. I'll never own another horse because of my disorder. But these boots are home, and it feels like me again. If I had some Justin Ropers, I'd really feel like me.